Okay, here is what I think you can do right now. We can do and should do right now. All right. First off, coming up this Friday, I believe, February the 28th, is the economic blackout. That means you don't spend any money. And a lot of the posts I've been seeing have exceptions to that. If you gotta spend money, then you don't gotta. You don't. Spend it the day before. Spend it the day after. Get ready to not spend money that day. Don't do it. If you absolutely have to, spend cash at a mom and pop local business that don't support Nazi bootlicking cum stain pieces of shit. Okay? But just don't. Just don't spend money. Don't buy gas. Don't get takeout. Don't buy groceries. Don't spend money this Friday, the 28th, nationwide. We want them to feel what we are capable of. And the message needs to be to them, hey, we could do this for a month if we really have to. And we will. We have strength in numbers, and this is our strength. There are 340 something million of us, I'm pretty sure, last time I checked. If we all stop giving them our money, with the exception of absolute necessities, it will crash the global economy, which obviously nobody really wants that, but we can flex on them. That's the whole point. Next thing is March 4th is another 50-51 protest. That means 50 state capitals, 50 protests, one day, hence 50-51. There are also going to be protests that day in cities that are not state capitals. So you can search 50-51, you can find them online, you can find the closest protests to you. You need to protest. Some of you aren't doing anything, and you're not even speaking up, including a lot of people that I know. You can't be bothered to even post, I'm against fascism, on your Instagram account. This isn't a fucking joke. They are toppling our democracy. I'm not saying that because I have a hunch. It's their plan. Project 2025 is the toppling of American democracy in favor of autocracy, dictatorship, an illiberal democracy, as they say, which is not a democracy at all. Project 2025, created by the Heritage Foundation, is a blueprint to topple democracy, and it's based directly on what Viktor Orban did in Hungary, okay? It is their plan. It's not hyperbole. They want to do away with democracy. And this is a collision of closeted youth pastor, theocrat, nerd vibes colliding with technocrat, incel, never seen a girl naked vibes. Okay? Just the nerdiest, shittiest, worst, unstablest dorks in the country are trying to run shit. And as a non-fucking dork, I'm not interested in that. So, you need to get out here and protest. March 4th, that's the next one. After that, we need you in DC, March 14th, 15th, and 16th. March 14th is the Now March. That's with nowmarch.org. You can go to nowmarch.org. That's the people that I teamed up with to work on the 14th Amendment issue, where not one member of Congress had even one fucking vertebra in their spine to object to the certification of votes for this insurrectionist to hold office. Anyway, we're having a massive protest in DC that day on the 14th. We are asking for veterans in uniform to show up. We're asking for National Park staff in uniform to show up. We're asking for Canadians to come down. Come on down. Bring your Canadian flag. Bring whatever you want. Come and join us. We are your neighbors. We are not the ones that oppose you. We very much recognize the importance of our friendship and our alliance. Please join us. We need everyone in DC. We need these numbers to be stifling. We need to shut the city down. This whole country needs to see veterans in uniform protesting against what's happening. The left needs to see it so that people on the left know that there are military veterans that oppose this. And the right needs to see it. They need to know that. And they need to govern themselves accordingly. They need to recognize that they don't have a monopoly on patriotism or military service or anything like that. Because the right thinks we're all vegan, transgender, vegan with purple hair and witchcraft, whatever idiotic bullshit they think. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. But that's what they think everyone on the left is. And the left is actually made up of veterans and law enforcement and fucking coaches and Sunday school teachers and comedians and everything else. And you don't have a monopoly on religion or patriotism or guns or any of that shit. So you need to stop thinking you do. Next, that's on the 14th. Massive general protest. We need every American there, whether you're a grandparent or a college student, we need you there. On the 15th, we're going to take those same massive numbers and we're going to go to the DC headquarters of the news media outlets. And the messaging that day is, hey, ignore us now because we're outside your fucking window. Because these 50-51 protests have happened in every state capital, many other cities around the country. And in large part, the national news media has just simply ignored it, pretended it didn't happen, despite that it's the only time in U.S. history that Americans have protested a sitting president in every single state capital that I know of. Media, not a peep, except for MSNBC and a couple smaller things. On the 16th, this is a 3-day weekend in DC. On the 16th, we need those same numbers. We're going to go to the Heritage Foundation. We're going to be out front of and all around the building. And the message there is remain bloodless. And that's from a speech that Kevin Roberts gave. He's the head of the Heritage Foundation. He gave a speech about Project 2025. And one of the things he said, and he said this in his book too, is the revolution will remain bloodless as long as the left allows it. Well, Kevin, you pencil arm pussy. First of all, you're not going to do shit because you're a pussy. And you and I both know it. I've seen pictures of you. You're a fucking pussy. Second, if you're going to take everything that the American people have, the little bit that we have left, it's not going to remain bloodless. If you're going to take food from hungry kids and medical care from sick people, it's not going to remain bloodless. If you're going to continue to suck the tiny bit of wealth from the top to the bottom and take the very last of it, it's not going to remain bloodless. If you think that you're going to topple our democracy and institute autocracy in this country while you deep throat Vladimir Putin on national television, motherfucker, it's not going to remain bloodless. So what you need to do is you need to decide what the fuck you can do to make it remain bloodless. Because you're just a guy. You're just a guy with a house and a car who lives in a town. You're just a guy, Kev. You want it to remain bloodless. I fucking promise you do. This is what we need to do, folks. We need the economic blackout, the March 4th protests, the 14th and 15th and 16th. Then this is what I need your help with. I need someone to build me an online petition for active duty military. Just like Americans need to see veterans out protesting, Americans need to see 100,000 active duty service people sign a petition saying, I will not go against the United States Constitution. I will not use force against the American people. I will not do anything that I believe is against American democracy. I know that active duty military can't take a political stance. This isn't a political stance. This is a benign and bipartisan agreement that we're going to ask them to sign. It's very much just a reiteration of the oath that they take to the Constitution. But we want this to be on public display. These people are signing something saying they will not use force against the American people, and they will not go against the United States Constitution. If you would like to help me make that petition, I would really appreciate your help. Preferably somebody who is a military veteran and has the skills to do it. I don't think it should be that hard, but it doesn't need to come from me. It needs to come from a veteran. Lastly, two things. I need someone to help me do some administrative stuff. If you're good at computers, if you're good at like Word documents and spreadsheets and cutting and pasting and making lists, I need your help. You can just DM me here. It's mostly simple stuff. I am building a website called donaldlovesvladimir.com. And that website is going to be a resource, all kinds of stuff. Here are all the political podcasts you can listen to. Here are all the organizations you can volunteer and donate and get involved with. Here is all the information about Donald Trump's ties to Russia. This is going to be a clearinghouse of information in a lot of different ways. And it's going to list protests and things like that. The website should be up in a few days, but when I get it up, I'm going to be putting it on billboards. I'm going to start in DC. I also want to get some near and around Maralago, and I want to get some going in New York City. So if you'd like to support that, my Venmo is Cliffcashcomedy at Gmail. No, I'm sorry. My Venmo is just at Cliffcashcomedy. My Cash App is the money sign Cliffcashcomedy, and my PayPal is cliffcashcomedy at gmail.com. If you'd like to donate, even $5. Last time I checked, one billboard for a month could be up to a couple grand. I don't even know what they'll be in DC and New York and Palm Beach, but I want to try and raise enough money to do billboards in all those places. And I'm also selling merch through my personal website to try and spend that money on that as well. My website is comediancliffcash.com. I have hoodies. They kind of look, got a picture on the front like this. One is the John Brown Hunting Club. John Brown was an abolitionist who killed slave owners. So I made a hoodie and a t-shirt that says John Brown Hunting Club. At the bottom it says no quarter for Nazis. And then I've got another one that says bullets for Putin. That's a nice design. And then I also sell some that have just some of my nature photography on them from my travels around the United States. A lot of those are from national parks. So I'm really grateful for the support. Sorry my voice sounds like this. I talk too much. I'm going to try and take a break for the rest of the day. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Please watch this as many times as you need to get these calls to action. We really need you to do these things. Thank you.